crowd of people, reporters, cameramen, police, have been gathering here for quite some time in anticipation. The big manhunt goes on, but still there is no clue as to what happened to Carl Debenham, the senior partner of the well-known bank on Court Street. Today, however, Mrs. Debenham called in Hercule Poirot, the internationally famous private investigator, the former chief of the Belgian police, who came here about a year ago, I believe, on a hush-hush case involving our State Department. Now, this enigma of the disappearance of the wealthy Carl Debenham has caused great public interest, as you can see by the people behind me. And we're waiting here now in front of the Dorset Hotel. Yes, here comes Mrs. Debenham now for her meeting with Monsieur Poirot. We'll try and get her on camera. Mrs. Debenham, are you hiring Monsieur Poirot because you're dissatisfied with the police?
Oh, no, they're very good, but 4 days and not a hint of what's happened.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And as you know, Scotland Yard and the French Sûreté have great respect for Monsieur Poirot. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, a police car is pulling up, and I believe it's George McManus, the deputy chief in charge of this case. Yes, it is. He's getting out of the car. Chief, one question, please. How do you feel about Monsieur Poirot coming into this?
It's Mrs. Debenham's privilege to hire anyone she wants. Naturally, we'll show him every courtesy.
Thank you very much, sir. Chief's going on into the hotel. I believe that's his car now. Yes, it is. But he seems to be held up in traffic for a moment. And while we're waiting, it's interesting to note that Monsieur Poirot does not look for conventional clues. He says he's in the exciting business of exploring criminal minds. And the only tool he uses is his own brain. And now here's the man we've been waiting for, Monsieur Poirot, coming up in front of the Dorset Hotel now. Doorman's opening the door for him here. Good evening, sir. They're waiting for you in suite 3001. But a pointed question first. What makes you think that you can help in this case?
What makes you think I can't?
And on up to Mrs. Debenham's room.
Mrs. Debenham, he may be all right lecturing. I know he's given some advice to our police forces in this country, like Baltimore, but...
Mr. Wright, I'm sure the police have done everything they can. But we still know nothing.
Well, surely you must realize how I feel.
I met Monsieur Poirot in London.
Mrs. Debenham, if you think he can do some good...
I'm convinced. I'm sure. The greatest detective in the world is Hercule Poirot. Monsieur Poirot.
Madame.
How good of you to come. This is Mr. Wright from police headquarters.
Mr. Wright, how do you do?
I've engaged this suite for you, Monsieur Poirot. I hope you like it. There's coffee and hot chocolate. I remember you liked that.
You're very thoughtful, madame.
And Chief McManus, the deputy chief of police. He's in charge of the investigation.
Very glad to know you. We've heard a lot about you.
Chief?
We don't work like you, they tell me, but we can always learn.
You're very kind.
I suggest we get right down to it.
Why not?
Right, is that file complete?
Yes, sir, up to the minute.
Photographs, monsieur, copies of reports. Everything we have.
Thank you very much.
Well, this is no kidnap job. We'd had a ransom note by now. And if it's a voluntary disappearance, he'll be spotted. His picture's been in every newspaper, and every hour it's on TV somewhere. And if he's been murdered, the body has got to show up. Sorry, Mrs. Debenham, but we have to discuss these things.
I want the truth. Hot chocolate, Monsieur Poirot?
Thank you very much.
Everything's covered. Airports, highways, depots, the whole routine. My feeling is that one break will wrap it up. That's all we're waiting for.
They've been waiting all week. No chocolate?
No, thanks. It has to come.
It may not. You perhaps make one mistake. You don't allow for the fact that behind this disappearance there may be that rare human machine, a man of method. One who employs intelligence, talent, careful detail. Such a one could baffle your police force indefinitely.
Couldn't baffle you?
Oh, me also. Why not? But perhaps not easily. Of all the clues in any case, possibly only 2 are vital. They must be selected. For that, it is the brain, the little gray cells up here, on which one must rely. The truth must be sought within by, thinking it out.
Excuse me, but you don't mean you could solve this case without moving off that sofa by just thinking about it?
That's exactly what I do mean. If all the facts are before me.
You don't want to go out to the Davenham place?
There is no need. If I may tell you, I seek only to know not how, but why a thing is done. Once you have that, everything can be made plain. It's fascinating to figure how the mind of a criminal works. With routine cases, with professional crooks, where the law of averages operates, I'm no better than anybody else. But with the unexpected, with the clever amateur, with the bizarre, that's where I'm most effective. Of course, many people think I'm a bizarre man myself.
And you just use your head.
But, Chief, appreciate, please. The brain is the most mysterious of all creations, and the most complex. I have trained mine to study facts, one against the other, to create vivid mental pictures, to deliver that most uncommon of all things, full attention, focused completely. It's this that functions with me.
Well, I'd like to make a bet, say $20, that you can't find Mr. Davenham dead or alive by the end of the week by just thinking about it.
Without leaving this suite.
Well, you're not taking them seriously, I hope, Monsieur Poirot.
Gentlemen, I accept the bet.
But, Monsieur Poirot...
Don't worry, madame. Now, if you will give me details of the case.
There isn't a lot to tell.
Please, go on.
The Davenhams have a beautiful place out toward Lime Ridge on a lot of ground. Last Saturday, he got home.
About 1 o'clock. He was the same as he always is.
After lunch, he was working in his study for several hours. No one looked in on him, so we have no idea what he was doing all that time. We do know that he wrote a few short letters because at about 3:30, Mrs. Davenham saw him for a moment as he went out. He said then that he was going to walk to the nearby village post office. Mrs. Davenham has told us that when they parted at the door, there was nothing in his manner to indicate that he was disturbed or worried about anything. As a matter of fact, the gardeners, who saw him come out of the house, said he acted the same as usual, relaxed and unhurried. He even stopped for a word with the gardeners about the flower planting.
And then he just walked down the path, out the gate, and down the empty road. He vanished completely, Monsieur Poirot.
Of some importance, but we're not sure how much, was his afternoon appointment a half hour later. It was a man named Lauren. Mr. Davenham had left instructions that Lauren was to wait, was to be shown into the study. So we must conclude that Mr. Davenham expected to return from his walk, and we may wonder whether Mr. Lauren is somehow involved in this matter. He was shown into the study.
He waited there for an hour and then just gave up. My chauffeur drove him back down to the depot.
Mr. Davenham wasn't seen after he walked out that gate. Not in Lime Ridge, nor the post office, nor the railway depot.
No one ever saw him again. No one.
Bizarre. Was your husband friendly with Mr. Lauren?
No, it was just a matter of business.
We didn't turn up an enemy. Well, at least no one likely to kill him.
One thing, the chauffeur thought he saw him walk toward the rose garden, but he was too far away to be sure.
What was beyond the roses?
A fair-sized lake and a boathouse.
A boathouse?
We've already dragged the lake.
And it's being drained now, just to be sure. One last point. Mr. Davenham had a safe in his study inside a closet. The day after the disappearance, we found that it had been forced open and cleaned out.
Wasn't Mr. Lauren alone in that room for an hour?
We've been keeping an eye on him, but all kinds of people have been in and out. Photographers, reporters, friends.
Anyone could have cracked open that safe. It was nothing more than a fireproof box.
And no fingerprints on it. By the way, Davenham's have never been recorded, so no help there.
What was in the safe?
His partner, Mr. Salmon, figured there was about $250,000 in negotiable bonds and half that much again in cash. He had a big deal going.
All the jewelry he gave me was in there, too.
And he had a passion for jewelry. Every month or so, he'd pick up something.
Blood rubies, pearls, diamonds of the first water. My husband loved me to wear jewels. He'd been collecting for 2 years.
And that's about all we know. Clear as daylight to you, no doubt.
On the contrary, most obscure. But when a case is clear as daylight, I mistrust it.
It's Wednesday, sir. You have until Saturday night to collect your bet.
You will let me know any developments.
At once. And you keep in touch with Monsieur Poirot. Get him any information he wants and stop in now and again.
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll be going along. Goodbye, Mrs. Davenham.
I'll be at the house if you need me.
Nice meeting you.
Great pleasure.
I'll be in touch with you tomorrow when the lake is drained.
Thank you.
How are you going to accomplish anything shut up in this room? Surely you have to investigate something.
It's not necessary. We have the records here. We know what happened. My task is to find the reason. And perhaps, madame, you are the best clue to that. If a husband disappears of his own will,
You think he did?
then a wife with a proper pride in herself, as you have, must feel humiliated. Madame, forgive me for asking, were you on good terms with your husband?
I'm very fond of him. I always have been. And he loved me. But after he came back from South America, there was a difference.
You think he found somebody else there? I think the difference may have some other cause.
Oh, no. A woman can always tell.
They like to think they can. But if he disappeared voluntarily, abandoning you without a word, without a thought, with no intention to ever see you again, then...
You're wrong, Monsieur Poirot.
Your feeling is understandable, madame. I'm sorry. This is a tragedy for you, however one looks at it. I suspect the tragedy will grow deeper. Much deeper. And of one thing I am now certain. Forgive me. But when I take you to your husband, as in the end I'm sure I shall, he may be dead. But if he's not, you will wish that he were. Hello? Chief McManus, good afternoon. No, I'm very glad to talk to you. Oh, so the lake has been drained. Don't tell me you found his body in the mud, because I shan't believe you.
We haven't found him, but we found his clothes, sunk under 12 feet of water by the boathouse. Everything was in his pockets. Billfold, ID cards, loose change, keys, wristwatch. Everything except the letters he wrote that Saturday afternoon. And we've arrested Lauren, the businessman who came to see him. A maid tipped us off. She was upstairs looking out a window. Lauren told us he stayed in the study all the time. She says he didn't. She watched him coming from the rose garden, and she saw him duck back into the house. So we picked him up this morning. Has Wright been in to see you? Well, something else has happened. He'll be along any moment to tell you about it. I said all we needed was a good break. Well, we're getting it now.
Well, but you still haven't found Mr. Debenham, have you?
We will. Listen, I've just discovered that there's a lime pit in the kiln across the lake. It looks like Lauren knocked Debenham off, hid his body in the boathouse until after dark, rowed him across the lake, and threw it in the lime pit. That's why he sunk the clothes. Things like plastic buttons, wristwatches, lime doesn't touch them. They remain as evidence after the body is gone. I'll call you if we find him in the lime pit. Goodbye.
Hello, Chief. One moment, please. I would like to know, did Mrs. Debenham and her husband share the same bedroom? Ask the servants. Don't ask her.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I want to know. All right, Chief. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Do you know why I asked that question about the bedroom?
No, but you probably have your reasons. I want to be frank with you. I've heard your criminology lectures, and I don't agree with your idea.
Keep an open mind, my friend. I'm not staying in this hotel bedroom just to prove how clever I am. Only to show that what I do is an extension, a development beyond ordinary police work. Do you know what Chief Chief McManus found in the lake? All Davenham's clothes, weighted down and sunk in deep water. Everything in his pockets except those letters he wrote. He didn't leave them in his study. He didn't mail them.
Perhaps he didn't write them at all.
Now Mr. Lauren has been arrested.
That's what I came to tell you. At headquarters, he suddenly remembered he did step out of the study to look at the rose garden. He denies robbing the safe, but we've got something else on him. When Davenham disappeared, he was wearing a diamond solitaire ring.
A 5-carat blue-white diamond. A real big rock. Bad taste, I think, on a man.
We found the ring. On this hobo. There's a picture of him. He was picked up along the old waterfront, dead drunk. Put up quite a fight. And here's a picture of the ring we found on him when he was searched. This man's name is Kellett. He's got a record. He did a month for theft last November. He said he found the ring. He thought I was kidding when I told him the diamond was real, probably worth $10,000. I told him he better come clean or he'd find himself up in a murder rap. Well, that scared him. Murder, he said. Murder, not me. Then he opened up. He said he was hiding on the edge of the Lime Ridge golf course near the Davenham house, shagging golf balls, selling them to caddies. A man came along, flipped something into a bush that clinked up against a rock. Kellett crawled in and found the ring. He described the man, and I showed him a picture. That's the man, he said. That's him. It was Lauren. Later, he identified him in a lineup. Of course, he could be lying. He could have met Davenham and murdered him. Except a hobo would never sink clothes into a lake, not with money in the pockets.
Doesn't it strike you as curious that Mr. Lauren didn't find a better way to get rid of the ring?
Forgot it. Panicked, I'd say. He swears he never had it, but he's scared. I wonder if he and Mrs. Davenham are in this together, and they called you in just to make it look good.
You miss 2 clues which may contain the truth to everything. One is the sudden passion which grew on Mr. Davenham to buy jewelry. The other is his trip to South America.
I see no mystery about the jewelry or his trip.
Pardon. Hello? Poirot here. Ah, yes. That's just what I wanted to know. Thank you very much. A message from Chief McManus. Mr. and Mrs. Davenham did occupy separate bedrooms after he came back from South America.
That means something.
It means everything.
There was a fight, another
woman?
No.
Nothing like that. Think about it. Think hard. You made a bet. You want to hedge a little?
No. We'll leave everything just the way it is. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Wright, you have a savings account?
Yeah.
If you have money with the Davenham Trust, withdraw it at once. In a few days, I think they will crash.
Davenham's?
Today is Thursday. By the end of the week, you will see if I am right. Come in.
How did you know? How the devil did you know before us, before the newspapers? Monsieur Poirot, have you been outside this room?
Chief McManus, you had my word.
Did you know or were you guessing?
The Davenham Trust, it has crashed.
You told me yesterday it would.
Examiners moved in automatically after he disappeared. Called headquarters, 5:30 this morning. Huge sums missing, they say.
Madame.
I have nothing. They came to the house. They were kind and considerate. They attached everything. The house, the land, everything. And the wife of an embezzler overnight. A thief. I have nothing. Except my wedding ring. I'm so ashamed. I have no money to pay you, but I must find my husband. He may have had good reasons. I may not have been a good wife, Oh, the examiners, they made a mistake.
They never make mistakes, Mrs. Davenham.
How did you know yesterday what nobody knew until now?
Madame, the contents of your husband's safe, those jewels he had been buying, for you, he said.
He put them where he could get at them.
Those jewels, the ready money, the bonds, a fortune conveniently arranged. For whom, I ask myself.
He knew trouble was coming. He'd been embezzling right along.
Robbed himself.
Busted open his own safe while he was supposed to be writing letters.
He put everything in a secure place. Wealth to be enjoyed under some other name.
Where's my husband, you know?
I do.
Please tell me.
I'll show you where he is. It's most ingenious. And on the way, I will take you to the man who knows where the valuables from the safe are hidden. And all your jewelry. If you were in Mr. Davenham's position, where would you hide? Well, someplace where you think nobody would look, and naturally, you would require a disguise. Last fall, madame, your husband arranged a clever hiding place and tested his disguise. When he came back to you, he was wearing a peruke, a wig. Pardon, but he had so cut and changed his coiffure that when he came back, he had to wear a lot of false hair. To sleep in a wig is not easy. It invites detection, so separate bedrooms. Ah, we're there.
Police headquarters.
This man's story of finding your husband's ring was untrue, madame. He never saw Mr. Lauren. He deliberately got himself arrested after he'd hidden everything from the safe. Madame, your husband was not in South America all last fall. He remained in this country, creating a new identity and hiding place for when he was ready to disappear. I see you begin to recognize him. A woman usually knows her own husband, even though the rest of the world may be deceived. Billy Kellett, Carl Davenham, with a record as a thief since last fall, now arrested for assaulting a policeman, wanting to go to prison. The one place nobody would look. Using your own ring to misdirect us to Mr. Lauren and away from yourself. But you overdid it, Mr. Davenham.
To take everything you can lay your hands on. Leave no word, no wish to see me again. It's a disgrace. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you.
What a tragedy for Madame. Our bet, gentlemen. Hello? Yes, it is. Where? Oh, Palm Beach, yes. I'll be very glad to talk to him. Hello? Yes, it is. 3 murders. Bizarre. Yes, I can come almost at once. I tell you, I call you back when I'm ready to leave. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Remarkable. Fantastic, is it not? Think of it, if you will. Agatha Christie's books have been translated into more languages than those of any other modern author. The world's greatest living mystery writer. And in this series will be everything which has made our story sell by the tens of millions in every country in the world. In all of them, there is one character who stands out above all others. Modesty, which I normally dislike, forbids my saying who that is. As you can see, a treasury of stories and cases on which to draw. Of those which come immediately to mind is one quite delightful, where the key to the crime was a crude rope, but the neck it encircled was so slim and lovely. In another truly delicious murder, we picked up the killer, believe it or not, on the point of a pin. In still another, a veiled lady even tried to use my brains to make a crook out of me. Mysteries that entertain because they are unique, ingenious, imaginative. Always you will see what I see. Always you will know what I know. Provocative puzzles to stimulate your little gray cells as they do mine. And all taking place here in America, which delights me. I have been in this country more than a year, and I am still enthralled with everything. Your customs, your clever slang, and with all respect, you do have the most interesting crimes. Also, where else in the world could a man own a car with a television set and a private bar and a back seat that turns into a bed? In the weeks ahead, it will be my great pleasure to take you with me through a series of surprising and fascinating mysteries. You will, I know, be entertained not only because they appeal to the honest curiosity that is in all of us, but also because there is only one Agatha Christie and now I put all modesty aside, only one Hercule Poirot. Mesdames et messieurs, au revoir.